So my first question to you, sir, purely out of curiosity, is do you write those monologues down, or is that just like
Yes,
soul?
it's a must.
Huh.
Because unless I write them down, I cannot remember them.
Yeah, and there is a lyricality to it.
Yes. So, and I found this out very quickly through habit. Because, in fact, I had been writing sometimes long form, sometimes articles of length, 2,000, 3,000 words, for about 14 years, 2010. And I always, I use this phrase, let the dust of thoughts settle. It's always writing that has informed me, reading, things that have been written by people, because when you write things, there is a kind of, जिसे हिंदी में कहते हैं ठहराव आ जाता है,
Right.
You get more logical, more rational. Your brain starts to fight for the thoughts that must get onto the paper.
Right.
मतलब you don't blurt things, it's very, very rarely, and those people are geniuses. जो उनके मन में आता है वो लिख देते हैं, and it's like, my God, this is a work of genius. Very few writers manage that. Very few. The fact of the matter is that unless you write things down, you cannot structure what you do. So it kind of came naturally to me. And sometimes, so I always ask the topic of the debate hours before the debate. So I think yesterday was Sandesh Khali. I asked, what is it going to be? And I think yesterday's debate was regarding A. Raja's statements and all that stuff. So, I write things down, what is to be said, and this I have learned, I would say, from the new generation that's totally audiovisual. That you have to deliver a package of sorts. So it's not that you write, let's say, 500, 600 words and you can just remember it and say it. No, it has to be a package. There has to be a start and an end to it. It has to have a few punches. It has to have a punchline. It has to have a sprinkling of facts, some humor. It has to, so that clip is a complete package of sorts.
How many times are you writing this before? Or like, are you writing it once and then remembering it? How's
Yeah, so the mere process of writing it down, some novelty comes in, a sentence, a quirkiness that I remember, that I like. And if you like something that you write, you remember it. That's the training.
Right. Because with A. Raja, you were like, this is not something he's doing out of his job. This is his job to be divisive.
It is his job.
Right.
It is, if he doesn't do it, वो सोचेगा यार मैं आज क्या करूँ उसके.
But it is, पता है, this is not even part of what I've written. When I saw all those statements being made, मतलब मैं ये सोच रहा था यार आप क्या मैसेज भेज रहे हो उस आदमी को जो अभी जिसने अपनी सेंसिबिलिटीज फॉर्म नहीं करी हैं. लाइक यू आर लिटरली एट इट्स कोर डिवाइडिंग अ नेशन विच इज ऑलरेडी वेरी हार्ड टू होल्ड. नो,
बट प्रखर, ही इज नॉट डिवाइडिंग द कंट्री. ही एक्चुअली इज नॉट. ही इज लुकिंग आफ्टर हिज कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी. Politicians are the cleverest people you can think of. Okay, and I'll tell you why. Because their job is on the line 24 hours a day.
Right.
And you may think, अरे ये कैसे हो सकता है? मतलब, save for Rahul Gandhi, whose job is there 24 hours a day. But then he's not a politician. He's a dynast. But the people who have to worry about whether they're going to remain on that seat, they have to be fiendishly clever. Because they have to make sure that they know their constituency, they know their voters.
Right.
They have to at all times please their voters. मतलब वो कभी मुझे आज तक एक क्लेवर पॉलिटिशियन ऐसा नहीं मिला जिसने अपनी कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी को एंटागनाइज किया हो. वो फिर पॉलिटिशियन नहीं है, वो एक ही इज एन ऑनेस्ट मैन. लेट मी पुट इट दिस वे.
He's an activist maybe.
Somebody came up to me the other day and said, "Sir, are you happy or are you married?" उस टाइप का था. So you're either a politician or an honest guy.
There is a dichotomy.
तो राजा को ये पता है. राजा जो ये स्टेटमेंट्स कह रहा है, इतनी गंदी अभद्र हमको लग रही हैं, उसके कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट्स को वो फीड कर रहा है यार.
तो आप कह रहे हो द कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट्स इटसेल्फ, जो उसकी पॉपुलेशन है उसकी कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी की, वो ही डिवाइसिव माइंडेड है.
डिवाइसिव कह लो या कह लो कि एक्सक्लूसिव है, सुप्रीमेसिस्ट है, अदरिंग हो गई है उसकी. अब आप कोई किसी इमाम साहब को ले लीजिए. एक इमाम गए थे रामलल्ला की कॉन्सेक्रेशन सेरेमनी पे 22 जैन. उनके अगेंस्ट फतवा हो गया था. One imam went there. And even I had to appeal, lot of other people appealed for his security, for him to be given security, because आजकल के ज़माने में आपको नहीं पता कुछ है.
Right.
तो बाकी जो 99 इमाम्स हैं उनको वो क्या लेसन गया?
कि ये तो मैसेज वायलेंस है ना, कि तुम स्टेप मत करना लाइन को छोड़ के वरना काट देंगे.
Right.
हाँ.
So what do you think they're going to say?
Nothing.
No, I mean, when they make a speech on Friday,
Right.
will they say, let's all go to Ram temple? No, they won't.
No.
They have their constituents.
Right.
So this message has gone to A. Raja's constituents. Whatever Udaynidhi Stalin said, he said it deliberately and he said it with a lot of thought behind it. Not just because his ideologues are people like Periyar who've said 100 times worse things. I mean, the kind of things, even forced even Nehru to say this guy should be put in lunatic asylum.
Right.
And the key thrown away. That is Nehru saying.
Yes.
And so this is a pattern. I mean, suddenly you won't find Sitaram Yechuri saying that, oh my God, communism is evil. And, you can't make money. Why would he say it? His constituents are still voting for it.
Right.
They want to see, they want to hear. Raja's voters want to hear him say this.